Hey everybody, welcome back to the WHCC Trade Show Expo booth at Imaging USA 2025, and I'm hanging out with Dana Rubin. Thanks for hanging out with us today, Dana. So what I want to talk to Dana about today, and I think it's an awesome topic that everybody's going to enjoy, is if I've heard once, I've heard it at least 1,000 times about, well, I can't sell product because I don't have a studio. So let's start off with a really simple question. Do you have a studio?
I do not.
Do you sell product?
Nature is my studio.
Yes, but do you sell product?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, and you're growing all the time.
Yes.
Yes. So let's talk through the process a little bit, if you don't mind. So you're photographing your session, you get done out on location, then what happens?
Well, let me back it up a second because
Okay.
I actually tell the customer when I'm booking them,
Yep.
hey, you're going to get to see all the products before, like after the session before you buy anything. So you can touch them, hold them, feel them,
Yep.
see the weight of them, look through the images, right?
Yep.
So I explain, hey, we walk over to my rolling office because it's
Which
in the back
happens
of
to
my
be
car.
the back of your car.
The back of my car. So I open up the hatch and I went to the container store and I have different drawers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I have one drawer that has bamboo, a metal, and an acrylic from White House, and also an acrylic block.
Yep.
And then I have one big drawer that has like a lot of albums and books, different sizes and different covers and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then I have a little small canvas that has a wood frame because
Okay.
I know you're supposed to carry and show what you want to sell, but I can't have like a 24 by 30 like canvas like floating around in my car all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So then.
So after the session,
Yep.
we walk back, there's a parking lot. I do my sessions at the beach. We walk back to the parking lot. I open my car and I take them through each piece. And then they get to feel them. And then now I also have the samples of the album, different leathers and stuff like the
Yep.
swatches. And so they can hold them and they can also feel the paper. If they're like, I really want an album of it. Okay, you need to pick, at least feel them so that when we talk about it, you know what you like.
Yeah, for sure. So about how long does that process take? Like after the session is done, are you spending 10 minutes, a half hour, an hour? Like what?
If it's freezing, I get it done in less than 5 minutes because everyone wants to get back in their car.
Right.
There was a Dodger playoff game. I had like 2 minutes to do it.
Okay.
But I always get it all. Like I don't leave anything out, so I just go faster.
So then.
But it could be 10 or 15 minutes, and that's also where I have the family sign the model form. So I have every family sign a model form so that I can use their images on my Instagram or in my samples or anything.
Yep.
So it gets them to my car to sign that model form. I have a little box. I just have them sign it on top. And then while they're doing that, I'm pulling stuff out and getting it ready.
That's awesome. So then how long until they actually see the images from the session then?
I'm very quick.
Okay.
Because nobody wants to wait. People get their wedding photos like 6 months later sometimes, before they knew me, right?
Yeah.
Maybe from other photographers. And I go home and I start editing that night. So sometimes it's just a couple days. I had an anniversary session a couple weeks ago and they were in town from out of state. And so I met with them the next day. I had an engagement couple that was here from Atlanta. I met with them like 2 days later.
Okay. So it's pretty darn quick.
It's pretty quick. But often we do Zoom. And the reason for that is a lot of these families have young kids and they need to be home and the kids are in bed, and then that's when they have quiet time.
Got
So
it.
for them to like break away and do it in person, it's a little harder. But I do go to people's homes. I bring my computer. We work on the program. I get their room set up, and we put the photos up to see what it's going to look like. And yeah.
And you've had a lot of success in the way that you're doing it. Yeah.
And I kind of created it from scratch. I didn't follow anybody. I just kind of created it from scratch. I've always said that nature's my studio, and I literally do not have a back of my car. It's all work. And I also have props back there. I keep bubbles and I keep toys. I have a treasure box for the kids, so if they're good, they open and they get a little toy.
Yep.
I used to have little cameras. They were like little Viewmasters. So every time you press the thing, a little animal would switch. It's like Oriental Trading Company, And then in my back seat, I have all different colored blankets. So depending on what they're wearing, like a beige blanket, a blue blanket, a green blanket, a red blanket.
Just a place for them to sit.
In the sand.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
my car is like total office.
So then,
total studio.
For the sales process, then you're doing, if I heard you correctly, you're doing the majority of those on Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay, some in person.
Yeah.
And then I know you drop ship to yourself,
Right.
and then you're delivering the unbranded packaging.
You're right, because I don't want anything branded when they get it.
Yep.
And I don't drop ship directly to the customer because I'm kind of a perfectionist and I like to make sure that everything's perfect.
Yep.
Sometimes I won't open the box and just bring it straight to the customer, but I open it with them so that if there is an issue, pack it right back up, send it, and you guys are like amazing when, you know, there's something wrong. I call you, I take pictures, or sometimes FedEx, you know, they have a problem. So,
So then are you, when you're doing the delivery, Dana, are you installing for them as well?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, okay.
It depends.
Okay.
I have had actually people pay me to install and do the measure and the leveling and all that stuff. I've done that several times, but oftentimes I'd say, hey, take a nail and hang it up, and it's pretty. And they know where they want it, you know.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. Well, I guess, you know, for everybody that's listening today, I'm a big advocate of talking to people that are doing it and having success doing it. And this lady is doing it. She is successful. You're selling product. You're making clients happy, and you're happy yourself.
Yeah.
Without doing a digital file delivery, just because you don't have a studio, doesn't mean that you can't be successful with product.
Right. And I give digitals. If you buy the artwork, you get the digital.
Okay.
And usually, if you're buying the artwork, those are your favorite images.
Right.
And your favorite images are the ones that you want digitals of.
Yeah.
And when I talk to people about digitals, I say, look, you're going to get a digital, you're going to put it on Facebook, you're going to send it to grandma, and then maybe you're going to see it a year from now when it pops up as a memory. But if you put it on your wall, you're always going to have it there to enjoy.
Absolutely.
And usually, I did very well this last year.
Yeah, you did.
So,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And I had a tour.
You did, yes. You came to visit the lab.
Yeah, we had a couple days, and I got to see everything made. That canvas, they loved it.
Yeah.
Like that frame, I mean, they loved it.
That's awesome.
And the metal too.
Yeah.
And watching everything being made is fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you for chatting with us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for everything. Your partnership, your friendship, it means a lot to us.
Yeah.
And we really hope that you've enjoyed this interview with Dana. We're going to try to get her on in the future so we can actually like see the back of the car.
Yeah.
And understand kind of how that works, because
Yeah, we can do it.
that's an awesome way to do it.
Maybe
So,
I can like take you through the, I can like be at the beach or something and take you through. Yeah.
I'd love to be at the beach.
Well, you should come to California.
I should,
I know.
absolutely. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back with you a little bit.